As the exposure and influence of the NBA has grown exponentially, so has the cash. While massive contracts are becoming commonplace in almost every major sport, the NBA is on a whole other level. The best paying job in the sports world is an NBA player, by a long shot. The average yearly salary is $7.9 million, which is higher than all other sports and all other leagues on the planet. The next closest are the players of the NFL and MLB at $4.4 million, followed by the English Premier League at $4.1 million, then the NHL at $2.4 million. And that's just the averages. Superstars are making tens of millions more per year. So why do NBA players make so much more money? Pay comes from league profit, right? But the NBA doesn't even have the highest league revenue over the past year. During this time, they're ranked just third out of the top 5 in the world, and third out of the 4 major US sports leagues in this order: NHL, English Premier League, NBA, MLB, and at number 1, the NFL. If your league is making more money, shouldn't the players in that league be making more too? But there's much more to it than just that. There are professional sports leagues that, as a whole, handily make more money than the NBA. The NFL made nearly twice as much as the NBA last year, and the player revenue splits are nearly identical. NBA players take home 50% of what the league makes. The NHL and Premier League are also 50%, NFL at 48%, and MLB at 47 to 50%. For the case of the NFL and MLB, more revenue than the NBA, same percentages. But NBA players make nearly twice that of the NFL, MLB, and Premier League. While you need to be in the top 1% to make it pro in any sport, the NBA has the smallest number of players out of them all, and it's not even close. There are 20 teams in the Premier League, 30 teams in the NBA, 30 in the MLB, 31 in the NHL, and 32 in the NFL. Each NBA team is allowed 15 roster spots, 25 for the Premier League, 48 for the NFL, 40 for the MLB with 26 players eligible to play each day, and 23 for the NHL. By those numbers, the NBA far and away has the lowest number of total active players in their league at 450, followed by the Premier League at 500, NHL at 713, the MLB at 780, and NFL at 1,536. To be in the NBA, you have to be one of the best 450 basketball players in the world. Just 1% of college hoopers make it to the NBA. This is again the lowest of the 4 major sports, followed by college football at 1.6%, hockey at 7.4%, and baseball at 9.9%. So how does this add up? When you combine revenue splits with roster sizes, this already gives you a yearly NBA salary that is twice that of the next competitor. There's more. Salary caps. The NFL and NHL have hard caps, so any team in these leagues cannot top this number on player spending. No exceptions. The NFL has a cap of $198 million and the NHL of $81.5 million. The NBA, on the other hand, does not have a hard salary cap. Their soft cap is $109 million, and the league has a luxury tax mark of $132 million. So basically, $132 million for 15 players for each NBA team, compared to $198 million for 48 players and $81.5 million for 23 players. And NBA teams can go over the luxury tax limit, but they have to pay taxes to the league if they do so. In general, the NBA just has more money that can be dedicated specifically for less players despite the league making less overall. The NBA is also more global than leagues like the NFL, spreading the viewership and audience. And this isn't even factoring in endorsement deals for the game's top players. While the chances of making it to the NBA are slim to none, if you make it, you should be set for life.